Hello, everyone, and welcome to Snowfell Temple. I'm Evangeline, and I'll be your host and oracle this morning, day, afternoon, evening, or night, whatever time you're watching this. I'm going to do a quick reading for you today. It's going to be a little bit of an experiment. I haven't posted a video in a little bit, but I've been called to, see how things are shaking. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. If you're not having a wonderful day, remember that's your choice, but I completely respect it. Let's see. What is it that our collective needs to know today? Anything our collective needs to know today? Ooh. Okay. I'm going to use some jewelry to cover them up. These two as well. So, three more here. Let's do there. I'm kind of like a little off kilter for some reason. I think maybe two more. Got five more. We'll take it. We're gonna put you here. Actually, you know what? We're gonna put you here. Put you here. I'm going to do one of these. Make sure you guys can see everything. And then we'll just put you here. I don't think I need to censor the baby, but you know, if we're censoring some cards, I guess we should censor all of them, you know, just to be fair, I guess. Alright, so at the bottom of the deck, we have here the Adolescent of Cups. So this is a very passionate situation or person that this is in regards to. So you as a viewer you might identify as a passionate or romantic person, and I would say in a specific definition of someone who feels something and then acts on it. It looks like that's going to be, I think, the overall energy of the situation. I mean, you can be a romantic individual, but I'm going to say that the Sun card is going to represent you. So you are going to have, like, maybe found yourself in, like, the spotlight or a good place. And this is very interesting because we have the Devil card and I'm going to use this stick to point. We have the Devil card here and the Five of Pentacles. So fives are all about conflict. And then Devil card, of course, is indulgence. So you could have found yourself out of this is giving me some type of addiction or obsession, some type of like rumination, like the constantly thinking negative thoughts. You got yourself out of a negative place, it seems like, with the Elder of Swords here at the bottom. I think that's going to be someone who is very intelligent, so you might have gotten some like education, some insight. Then we have the Four of Cups here, which could be suggesting to, like, I think this is like maybe you've gotten yourself into a good mind space, and now it's time for you to like. You might be looking around yourself and like some more things need to change, like that. We also have the Five of Cups as well as the Ten of Swords. So this energy is interesting. This is a very defeated energy. This could be something you um, this could be something that you found yourself out of. Next to the Devil card here, this could be this kind of defeatist energy. On the other side, we have the Three of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. It's interesting, this 10 and 10 separation here, especially since we have this is 11, but it's 10, 1, 10 in the room of numerals over the sun. So it's a rather balanced display, which I love to see. So this is a very like you might have found yourself in a place in which like, oh, okay, I can see how I can achieve my goals now. I think there was definitely you might have been addicted to negative thinking, which is so very interesting because I just saw a video and it was talking about the power of negative thinking, and I went to go watch a video on it, but I don't think I found it. I think I was deterred from it, like distracted from it in some way. So maybe that was the universe saying like, you know, that information will come in time, but there might be something. I don't know. There's something to that, I guess, enough for someone to write it down, or not write it down, but to talk about it. Under this kind of defeatist energy, we have the High Priestess and the Adolescent of, oh sorry, and the Adolescent of Wands here. So you might have been acting on your defeatist mindset. You could have been like, yeah, this could definitely be like a breaking of the spell type of energy. Like this could be like I was just watching a movie review on Obsession, that the newest movie that came out. It was very interesting. I haven't seen the movie, but it sounded like it was pretty good. It sounded like it was pretty good. I would definitely watch it later on if it showed up. Like on streaming, I might go out and see it. Who knows? I'm definitely gonna go see Odyssey, but that's besides the point. So yeah, you might have been acting on this defeatist mindset, and like every negative you thought might have been, you might have thought that was your intuition telling you that this was like not the right thing to do or whatever it is. You might have that type of avoidant personality reaction to the world where it's like if it's good then you shouldn't have it, and I think that is like a thought process that uh, that people go through from time to time. Is definitely like it could be your overall disposition in how you interact with the world or how you perceive the world, but it could also be in particular situations could promote that type of response. So you might have been in a catastrophizing response situation, or that's just how you grew up, maybe, or your common situations. But on the other side, it seems like this is the brighter side over on this side. It seems like now that you have like you kind of have like maybe like a clear idea of what you actually want, and maybe it seems a little bit more digestible to you. Like you got into a place in which you're able to accept that this is the future that you want and that you can actually have it. And with the Three of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles, have a little bit of Siren for confirmation. And with the Adolescent of Swords, and like you're kind of really open now to it, like you're kind of like receiving a lot of like downloads about what you want the future to be like, what you want your particular future to be like. And then we have the Ace of Wands, which means is giving you overall enthusiasm, overall like, oops, sorry, passion for that. Didn't mean to whip you with this, but yeah, you might be feeling a little bit more like optimistic. I'm gonna say, well, especially with the Sun card here. So I do have two other decks I'm going to go through. One is an angelic deck, so it has all the 72 angels in the Cabal, I think it is. The Key of Solomon, at least the 72 demons are represented in the King of Solomon as far as I know. But and they do correspond to each other, so I'm going to look through both of them. Like each, as far as I know in my studies, each angel has a shadow side, which is represented by their like the demon, what we consider the demon part. And so I got these two decks to kind of look at the like good and the bright and negative side, like things to be grateful for, things to be warned about. I think that maybe we'll start with the demonology deck, or yeah, the demonology deck, and see what we get for this particular reading. I think this reading is a little bit more, so far it's a little bit more of a confirmation that you're out of this space. It's kind of like you broke some type of binding, like a mental binding, that rumination, that overthinking, like continuously thinking. I'm gonna put, I guess let's put it on this side, and I'll tell you what they all say in a second. I'm gonna pull like at least 3. Okay, so I'm gonna say that that's going to be plenty. So we're gonna put that down and place these in some appropriate places. Let's do it like that. Okay, so I'm not gonna read off the names because I don't want to botch any names or invoke any spirits, so I'm just gonna say what each one represents, and then we're gonna look at it usually tells you what the demon provides, teaches, or whatever that is. Yeah, we'll do one at a time. So we'll do the dark side, the shadow side first, and then we'll look at the light side. So on the first, we have represented the Fool. And this particular demon gives understanding of animals and voices of the waters, answers things to come. Okay, so this is giving me with the High Priestess and the Devil here, it's giving me that it's giving me a little bit to think about, like your instincts, and think about like what anxiety is giving me, the idea of anxiety, especially with the Fool here too, is like kind of being new to things. It's kind of giving the notion to think about how anxiety or your brain functions to not like promote your progress, but to promote your comfort, and that's going to be through familiarity, not through conscious safety. And then we also had, like, the first one you picked up is going to be representing the 5 of Pentacles, and that's going to teach all liberal sciences and gives account of souls that died in sin. So with the High Priestess, with the Knight of Wands, and the 10 of Swords kind of surrounding this card here, it's giving me a little bit of that, like, it's almost giving me like get in touch with the ancestors, or get in touch with like people who have gone kind of through the same processing or whatever. And this could be like a family trait, or a locale. Like this could be common in where like you grow up or something like that. That's kind of giving me a little bit like understand the patterns, least you fall victim to them. And then we're going to move on to the card representing the Ten of Wands, and that this demon causes and cures diseases, tells secrets and things hidden, can make one shapeshift. And with the Adolescent of Wands and the Ten of Swords, that's giving me like, this is like kind of like rushing into disaster. Yeah, it's giving me really much like rushing into disaster, or like kind of like it's kind of like this inevitable doom and gloom was kind of like, you know, and it's so interesting too, like when you go through something that's a little bit inevitable, you kind of like, you don't tell people about it, and because there's nothing they can do about it. But I think that the power, like what if you're into tarot cards and stuff like that and you watch them on YouTube, then you'll probably run into a few of them talking about manifestations and things like that. And I think this is the reason why big religious groups gather in, you know, I mean, that's what I feel, that's what has been told to me, that the reason why big religious groups like to have a big congregation of people is because that those energies, if focused on one thing, can be a powerful thing as far as manifestation. And with this little shadow side here thing is talking about, like, it's like the more you keep it a secret, the less energies that can assist you in this particular area. So it's a kind of a form of gaining like psychic support. And how that a finite type of thinking can be a like already an end, already a defeat. And then lastly, we have the card representing the Knight of Swords. This demon is going to destroy and burn all enemies when requested, speaks of the creation of the world, and tells of the past and future. That, with the next to the Devil card and the Five of Cups, is giving me a little bit, it's kind of giving me that, like, if you ever get into Gnosticism, it's kind of get into like, if you get into like the demiurge type of perspective, or like you get into the perspective that the demiurge is the creator of the universe and stuff like that, you can get into a very like kind of pessimistic like very much like life is a prison, we're trapped here, you know, all doom and gloom, doesn't matter what we do, we might as well just kind of like do whatever kind of energy, like that's it's really giving that. So I don't know if you went through this like kind of like dark side of like feeling like you could be like a nihilistic, it could be even like an extreme nihilistic. Now you could be nihilistic where you believe like nothing really matters, there's no faith, nothing like that. But an extreme nihilistic, I feel like, is going to be a Gnostic that is like pessimistic about it or catastrophized about it. And I feel like you could have been one of the two. And like holding this heavy existential burden without like confiding in anybody about it is kind of, now that I'm saying it's just out loud, like this is a download that's coming to me, that is maybe kind of like the plan to isolate you from other people, from other like positive energies, to kind of get you to accept the imprisonment of like the matrix kind of energy. So I think that would be definitely something to keep in mind. And like, if you accept it as a negative, it will be a negative. And if you understand, like, if you are someone who is into the Gnostic with the demigorgon origin of the universe and stuff like that, then you might have run into the explanation that the world that we live in is an illusion that can be seen past if we don't accept it. And I think that by keeping you down, depressed, and alone, that it helps you to accept the world as it is and as like a like internal finite thing. And I think we're gonna move on to the angel cards now to end on a positive note. So we got 3 off the bat. I can get one more. Yeah, perfect. I love it when that happens. Okay. So our first card I'm going to read is going to be represented by the 5 of Wands up here. I'm not going to pronounce the names as well because, you know, I don't want to botch them. I want to give respect to everything. And this one is going to be, this angel is going to be represented, or the name means, I suppose, God listening in concealment. Not sure exactly how to interpret that personally, but this angel is involved in politics and ambition, wins judgments, and protects all those who speak the truth. And so that being next to the 5 of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands, I feel like this is going to be a little bit of like what's really important, what really matters, especially like it's giving as like as long as you know the truth. Like it's really giving me like there's value in truth, and I'm gonna move on from there. I'm gonna keep it simple. And so the next card we're gonna read is going to be representing the Queen of Wands, or the Adult of Wands, and this one's name is going to mean the hidden God, and what their aspects involve are divine power, guards against mental troubles, with the 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands is giving very much sure, very certain, very motivated, very very ready to go. Then we have the card that's going to represent strength. And this angel's name is going to be called the Rising God. And their aspects or attributes include loyalty, delivering from those who speak to oppress, and brings victory. So that next to the Ace of Wands and the adult, or the Adolescent of Swords here underneath, that's going to give that's going to give very much like knowing exactly what to do, divine downloads, epiphanies. This is going to be like very assurance. This is going to be very like listening to like your guardian angels type of energy. And then lastly, we have the card representing the Ace of Cups, and this angel's name is going to mean the King of Heaven. And their attributes include rejuvenation, obtains the mercy of God, and gives long life. That connected with the 5 of Coins and the Knight of, or the 5 of Coins, the Adolescent of Swords, and the 3 of Wands. That's going to give that's going to be very much like a new perspective on life, like a new appreciation of life, like a new form of like gratitude, very optimistic energy, very go-getter energy, very ready to get things done energy. Like this is a complete flip from where we were, like on this side where we have like this it's like there's still the same type of energetic response to things, but instead of reacting energetically to something negative where you're like, well, we might as well just burn everything down, we have this energy, we're now in this energy in which you are like like you're ready to take on like new challenges. It's very like it's very optimistic in an almost a content way. Like there's still this energy, this go-getter energy, but it's very content. It's very much like, okay, well, whatever comes my way, I'll be able to handle it type of energy. Instead of let me go destroy my life before something else destroys it before I get to, is instead of being like, I'd rather be the person that messes it up. You're a little bit like, I'd rather be the person that fixes whatever gets messed up. So yeah, I think that is I think that's where we are. So I'm definitely going to say that this is going to be a big like confirmation for you. This is more of a like is this reading for you type of um, tarot card reading. I don't see too much about what's going to happen in the future too much. I mean, besides like whatever it is that you want, it looks like that 10 of Pentacles energy is a little bit like you want some type of like financial status or like at least a familial support system. Very solidified, very foundational type of environment. Like you want to be in a good place, like with good people. And with that sun energy, I can see that happening for you. It is giving a little bit of like a modest but happy living. You know, it's not. I'm not seeing exceptional riches or anything like that, but it does seem like that on this path you will be happy. On the other side, it does look like it would be lots of doom, gloom, lots of drama, very like very noir, very very dramatic, very dramatic energy on this side here. On this side, it's very like soft, content, very like, not to say that everything is all easy or lavish or anything like that, but there's a general like contentment. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. I hope that you enjoyed I hope you enjoyed our little session today. If you did not enjoy our session, that's your choice, and I completely respect it, accept it, and respect it. I hope that you have a wonderful morning, day, afternoon, evening, or night. If you do not wish to have a wonderful morning, day, afternoon, evening, or night, well, that's your choice, but I do completely respect it. Until next time, guys, I'll see you